Hi, everybody. I am coming to you seated on pins and needles, like I think many of you are, as the US election quickly approaches its arrival next week. And it's already underway. I've sent in my mail ballot, and I had it notarized at the Metropolitan Opera. I love that. Going forward, if this election, it's going to make me cry. If Donald Trump is elected again, we will no longer recognize our country. He has said as much. Everybody around him has said as much. I hate to even bring more of this into the world. But as I go into the future, if he has won, I want this on the record. Not only by the way I live my life, by the way the things that I've tried to incorporate and tried to do and put out into the world. I think my record speaks pretty well for myself. I'm proud of it. But I want to say these words, that a vote for Donald Trump is a vote for hate. A vote for Donald Trump is a vote against humanity. And everyone around him is preying on the very worst of our fears. And they're invoking Christianity as part of this kind of holy war that they are a part of. And this is not the Christianity that I've seen demonstrated by some of the great people in the world that I learned about or that I aspire to be. I want to in particular speak to young voters who are very understandably horrified at what is happening to the people of Palestine, what's happening to the people of Ukraine, and being very frustrated at what looks like the proliferation of war and not taking strong enough steps against these atrocities. But I want to make something very clear. If you leave that name empty on your presidential ballots, it is not a protest. It is not an effective strategy at all to make your voice heard, because that will be a vote for Donald Trump. And believe me, if he gets into office, you will no longer have an opportunity to protest. You will no longer have an opportunity to voice your opposition. You will be, to quote the former president, an enemy from within. So take that vote to vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, and then use your right to protest and to go into the streets and work for the change that you want to affect. Do it. Use your voice. Because in 1 week, should that ballot be left empty and the vote essentially go to him, you will no longer have a right to protest. I feel very strongly about this. I'm coming as a citizen with a record of going into the world from a place of love, of acceptance, of working to bring people together. This is the most important election of your lifetime. Try not to use your anger in an ineffective and actually dangerous way. From January 20th, we can work and work and work. And we'll have our freedom to protest. We'll have our freedom of religion. We will have our freedom of bodily autonomy. We will have our freedom to use our voices as we were meant to do as the foundation of this country. A vote for Donald Trump erases all of that. Vote. Use your voice so that you can continue to use it in the future.